So here we are. I decided to put a title on it, so maybe somebody will show up. But the real purpose of this video is watch yourself, boy. The real purpose of this video is so I can see how my sound is and stuff like that. I just got this laptop, so I'm trying to see how. What's up, Tanjan? Hey, Tanjan, tell me how my sound is. I just got this laptop, so I'm just trying to see how it sounds. So if you don't mind, let me know how it sounds. So it sound good? Okay, cool. We straight then. Uh I guess I will talk about the subject for like um a minute or two. So I've never watched America's Next Top Model. I've never seen a full episode. I've seen clips, of course, over the years. And uh, I don't like the fashion industry. I'm not a fan of the fashion industry. I'm not a fashion guy. I don't I'm not I've never been the best dressed unless I had to like specifically be somewhere and dress nice. But other than that, I wear a plain t-shirt and jeans shorts every day. And I don't really like the interaction between like the gay men in the fashion industry and the women. Like I don't like the idea that what's up, Reese? How you doing? I don't really like the idea that like or that like the way they act like they know everything, like they got the like they the be all end all to what's cool or what looks good and how a woman should look. And they in this industry where these women are shaped like a lot of these women are shaped like little girls or little boys. You know what I mean? Like they just like rail thin with these adolescent style bodies. So I'm not at all interested in the modeling industry. Um, and funny thing, one time I was at an airport and I was on the same flight with a lot of famous models. Like they were having some sort of show somewhere wherever I was flying to. And what's up, Timberland? Wherever I was flying to, and there was a whole bunch of models on the flight. So I talked to some of them, and all of them were dumb. I'm not saying all models are dumb, but like all the models I talked to on that flight were like the dumbest group of people I've ever met. But that's neither here nor there. That's just like I said, it's always be funny to me because like I said, I was on a plane with these like at least like 50 models on this plane, and like I said, I talked to a few of them, and they was just all dumb. But anyway, so with the first thing I wanted to address on the reality show uh, about the documentary on Netflix about Tyra Banks is I got interested in it because I started seeing a lot of people clowning Tyra Banks online, and like they was just making it seem like she's a monster. So I went and watched the documentary, and I don't really disagree with them, but one of my issues is that why would they put it all on Tyra? Like she wasn't like everybody is doing videos about Tyra Banks, but not everybody else involved. The producers, um, the guy named Ken, I think Ken Mock, and uh I don't want to call this nigga Miss J, but that's his name, Jay, because it's both. I guess they both named Jay, Jay Emanuel and Miss J. But uh and the other producers, like they were all involved, and they act like Tyra Banks is the only person that was complicit in all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So why you uh act like Tyra Banks was the only one complicit, like she wasn't um like she was the only one doing this stuff. And then when I'm watching the documentary, everybody is like going along with the fuckery. Everybody is going along with the bullshit. And so even even so I didn't get that part. The other thing is when it comes to these reality shows, I think what people get wrong and what kind of irritates me about the idea of a reality show is that people think that they're actually can be like you can be a superstar model or anything from this platform. Like you sitting right next to Tyra Banks, who's been a model for years, for most of her life, who can at any time jump on a runway and embarrass you. Like this girl is a top model, and for you to think that you can go through 8 weeks of training to be a model, damn, I just spit a bunch. I ain't ate yet. I brushed my teeth, but I ain't ate yet. So anyway, um, for you to think that you can go through 8 weeks of being a model and think that you're supposed to get all of this work, um, and think that you're supposed to get all of this work is ridiculous. So you had a lot of models on there complaining about like, oh well, I thought when I won America's Next Top Model, or when I got off the show, I thought I would have all of these opportunities, and they didn't. I couldn't feel bad for them. I feel bad for everybody that's suffering, what I'm saying, depending on like what they suffering from, this and that. So the purpose of the reality show is not to make you a top model. The purpose of the reality show is to embarrass you, is to show is to show people that look, these poor people will do anything for money. That's the point of damn near pretty much every reality show. It doesn't matter what it's about, whether you want to be the next top model, whether you want to be the next singer, whether you want to be the best marble player. You can put whatever type of title on this reality show you want. The purpose is not so that you can be great at whatever it is you're trying to win this contest in. The purpose is so we can see drama. The purpose is so we can see you cheat on your boyfriend. We can see you cuss this girl out. We can know that your mama is a crackhead. We can know that your daddy abandoned you. That's the point, is to sell narratives and stories of every reality show. So to be delusional enough to think that you're going to be able to be a top model on the level of people like Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, and like I said, I don't know a lot of model names, and Iman and all these people is ridiculous. Like even like with American Idol, when they used to say shit like Ruben Studdard is like the next Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross was writing jingles, a composer, an all-star writer before he even was a solo artist. Do you know what it takes to be the next Luther Vandross? And so it's like whenever we start saying these things about these people, just because they have a little bit of talent, and we say, and they go on these shows and like they go through this like 10 weeks or 8 weeks of a television program, to think that they supposed to just jump out there and now, okay, yep, you made it through America's Next Top Model, now you are a top model, is ridiculous. And they don't even know why they there. So people can't you can't spend 8 weeks training to do something that people have spent years or decades training to be, and even some of them just now getting like success in the game after 10 years of grinding to be somewhere. And you think you just supposed to get success after 8 weeks. So I think that concept is ridiculous. And like reality shows, but yeah, you're right, Reese. Like they was able to build a portfolio. Like they was able to build a portfolio. So that really should have been enough. Like, use your exposure the correct way. The young women built their portfolios to be a model, didn't know it was a trap. I wouldn't say it was a trap either. I think if like say if you want to call it a trap, the trap is people not understanding that what the purpose of a reality show is. And it's not that particular show. It's not just America's Next Top Model. It's every reality show. I watched this reality show on there about like some rappers. It was with like Cardi B and T.I. and all these people. It was on Netflix too. And they had all these rappers who hadn't made it, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And they say, okay, you get 250,000 and some other things, but you got great rappers that's been out here grinding to get a leg up in the industry for years. Rappers like Papoose, Ras Kass, I can think of a lot of like underground, just great rappers that don't really have the commercial success. And so you taking guys that like have been rapping for a few years or whatever, they haven't even done on their own what these other rappers in the game who have gained like marginal success but still haven't made it. These rappers haven't even done on their own what these other rappers have done to even get where they are to be an independent underground success. And you trying to like you put them on this show and say, well, hey, if you win this show, you're going to be like basically on a certain level, like catapulted to this certain level. And it's just unrealistic. And that's not the point of these reality shows. That's the stories that they sell us. The narrative that they sell us is the Cinderella story or the rags to riches story, or you can come up if you win. That's just the narrative. That's not the point of the show. The point of the show is entertainment. That's the point of every reality show. So, like I said, if you want to call it a trap, like as far as saying that the girls were, if you want to call it a trap in that way, then I guess maybe at that time too, because I think this came out in like the early 2000s. Maybe they didn't know what reality television was, so I can give them some grace on that. But it's like, nah, that's the point of reality television is to basically make you entertainment, and especially a reality show where you can win something is to take broke people that don't have basically anywhere. Like one girl was working at Walgreens and she's like, oh, I was working at Walgreens yesterday. Now, now I'm getting ready to be a top model. Like it just don't work like that. Like the models that are in the industry without being on that show have been grinding for years, and they didn't even get what you got. But they, but they are all better than everybody on that show. See, that is what these women at the time were complaining about, but that had to go away. You don't have any times Tyra Banks being called out by victims, and she ran from. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to Tyra Banks being called out because I'm that's just where I'm going first. The delusion of thinking that these shows are like, you not as a participant in these shows, you're not supposed to buy into the bullshit. You're not supposed to buy into the narrative that they sell in the public. You are supposed to, as a participant on the show, you are supposed to understand, let me make the most of my camera time and my time on this show to make a presence so that I can use that to catapult me in any way. It don't even have to be modeling. But don't expect like this great success from modeling, because you are not that. Like I said, you talking about when people do these reality shows, they start comparing themselves to people or think they're gonna reach some sort of success like people who have been in the industry for years and who labels have invested millions of dollars in. And a lot of times these people are not as talented as those people like Leona Lewis and all these people that won American Idol. They were saying like she's going to be the next Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's in the Writers Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like Leona Lewis is not that. Voice wise, like Mariah was saying Leona Lewis under a table. But every time, like they'll put it like these people have a shot to be these great people, and it's just not the case. But anyway, so that's one thing. The other thing is, I think Tyra Banks was. I don't know if she went in it. I don't know if she went into it knowing the bullshit, as far as knowing like, hey, this is not really a show about trying to make girls successful models. This is a show about using the modeling industry as a backdrop to make funny content, to make content about girls embarrassing themselves. I don't know if she went in it with that frame of thought, but it didn't take long for it to become that. And she was with all of it. And I do believe she was with the bullshit. Like, I don't believe Tyra was in the back room saying, hey, we shouldn't treat the girls like this, or da, da, da. I don't believe that. I believe like when she got it, when she understood this is what this is, like we not creating top models, we're creating content for this show. She was with it, and she was all the way with it. just like everybody else. So um, that that makes her just as terrible as all the other producers. But like I said, she's not the only one. And the other thing was I wanted to talk about was when the girl got SA on the show. Now I got interesting feelings about that because I feel like there's it's wrong to like sleep with a woman when she's inebriated or whatever, like drunk. And I think though the issue with us men is that I get what you're saying, like the next Luther Vandross from Ruben Stubbs, and then but guess what? Where are they now? Look it up and see where they're at now. Are they still making albums? I don't think so. But either way, they just not as talented as Luther. They don't have like you know what I mean? Like not just Luther, but like Ruben Studdard being an example of that. Like Ruben Studdard was nothing like Luther, vocally, talent wise, none of that, not even close. But because on a few occasions he sounded like Luther a few times or somewhere close to it, people start saying like, "Oh, he could be the next Luther." When no, he could have never been the next Luther. Like I said, Luther was a great writer, arranger, and produced like so. Luther was a very talented guy and one of if not the best technical vocalist, male vocalist um, that we know of. So that's the problem with these reality shows is that people like the contestants themselves are buying into the narrative, and if when they do that, you're going to always fail because you won't. The narrative is the purpose of the show is not to find the next great singer, is to create great drama and content. But I have not seen them since. I have not seen them since I even have never heard radio stations play any of their songs. Yeah, the only song Ruben had, "I'm Sorry for 2004." uh, but yeah, I love Bleeding Love. Bleeding Love too. That's one of my favorite songs. I love Bleeding Love. But like I said, she's not on, never was on Mariah's level. And they were saying that shit, like putting that narrative out there, like she might be the next Mariah Carey. Like, man, see y'all, like, come on, man. Like I said, Mariah is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. She's one of the greatest technical vocalists of all time. Love her or hate her, just you can't dismiss her talent. So yeah. But the girl that got SA, they was definitely wrong for that, and there should be accountability because like, they allowed this to happen on camera, like seeing the girl inebriated, drunk out of her mind, and she claimed like she passed out and stuff like that, and they said they got the whole tape. So they wasn't the way they didn't indicate what was on the tape necessarily because the girl was like basically saying that she passed out and she don't know what happened. And the producers was like, yeah, like that tape was bad, but they didn't say bad in what way. Like they didn't say bad, like, yeah, you know what I mean? We saw that she was passed out and we should have stopped it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's on the tape. But here's my issue with that and why I got like I see that in like kind of different ways. So there is this lens where we do understand things better now as far as like sleeping with girls when they drunk. I don't think that dudes saw as like taking advantage of a woman if like say y'all go on a date. She's already interested in you. She's showing interest in you. She's showing that she want to be with you. And so y'all start drinking and you like, all right, shit, keep drinking then, and she keeps drinking and she goes along with it and y'all end up doing whatever. And so I think that sometimes um like the I don't think that for men back then, because now we got a different perspective, like a different social or public perception of like what's what. So when the girl is like with the dude and she's showing interest in it, and when they introduce like the idea of the dudes coming over, and she's like, yeah, let him come over. Like she was all for it. She was in the hot tub, like she was all over the guy, and she was kissing on the guy. So it's like when people say that they are blackout drunk, sometimes they still doing things, and you don't know that they blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Like I give somewhat of a like a little personal. I ain't gonna go too personal, but yeah, I ain't gonna tell everything. But so me and my wife was at Manny Pacquiao fight, and we was at a Manny Pacquiao fight in Dallas, and she got real drunk that night, and then she woke up the next day and said she don't remember everything. And it was nothing, nothing crazy happened or whatever, just a regular night. But I'm saying that to say this: I remember that night because I wasn't drunk, and she wasn't like doing nothing out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't like, even though she was drunk, you could clearly see like, oh, she's drunk. She like, falling around and stuff like that. But it's like she wasn't doing, we didn't do anything outside of what we would normally do on a night like that. And so when it comes to like guys back then and women being drunk, a lot of times that guys would go out with girls, the girl would get drunk, and let's say like the girl said like she blacked out, she got so drunk, that she blacked out. A lot of guys don't know what that is if you don't actually like pass out. So if she's okay, reset. I saw an interview Shandy did, and she never said she was assaulted. She said she was actually expecting another dude to come through, and he didn't show up, so she hooked up with. See, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, man, like I say, if she was like drunk, and you shouldn't have recorded that. Like you shouldn't put that on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like that was messed up of the production to see somebody be drunk, and especially passed out drunk, and watching somebody do this. You know what I mean? But like I said, from the dude perspective, if all he knows is like, I'm showing up to this house with these women, she's jumping in the hot tub, she you know what I'm saying? Like she with everything, and then as the Caroline, you on camera. No, I said you on cameras. Not but you are, that's what I mean. Oh, okay. You want me to turn the you want me to turn it around or something? Or you just come in here you want to get J2? Time J2 to eat? Go eat. I don't know my food ready. I think your food is ready. So close the door, J2. J2, close the door. Close the door, J2. But right, Reese. Right. And like I said, I don't want to be like, I don't ever want to be like take that away from a woman. Like, if she says she was, assaulted or whatever, if that happened, I think you should believe them from the perspective of investigate it. If a woman says this happened, then investigate it. Like treat it like you believe it. Treat it like you believe it until you have a reason not to. Let's see. Woo child. That happened to me once. Luckily, I was people who cared about me. Never again, though. Oh, sorry about that, Candy Cane. And see, Candy Cane. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't, as guys, we don't know though. And even back then, it was never the conversation around that from men and from women was never like men are taking advantage of women from getting drunk. It was like, you want to get her drunk because she's gonna be like, more accepting to whatever, but it was like she was participating, like she was making the choice to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna drink more and do this. Like it was a part of what was supposed to be fun. So it wasn't like men were trying to be predators. And I think that sometimes, like nowadays, women try to like, I see people try to push that narrative, like, oh, these men like, like just trying to get women drunk to do such and such. Like that does happen, and that did happen. But in some cases, like I said, if you link up with somebody and they appear to be really into you, and y'all are both drinking, and the vibe is just flowing and this and that, and like you said, if you get to the point where you blacked out, we don't often know blacked out don't look the same on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you can like I said, if you don't pass out and you just going with everything, and of course you're drunk, but you just going with it. We don't know if you blacked out or not. So, like I said, I do think it's wrong. Like if you know what I'm saying, especially if you with somebody you don't know. Um, if you see they drunk, if you see that they drunk to a certain point, then you know abandon ship. But that's in abandon ship. But that's in hindsight. And I do, like I said, I do think they was wrong for reporting that. See, I think she tried to claim me too because she cheated on her man. Man, and then look, when Tyra showed up the next day, like just talking about cheating and this and that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that lets you know right there, Tyra already know what it is. Like she already in on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like she already in on creating a good storyline for the narrative. Said he's gotten so big. Yeah, man, this dude's strong too. J25. He beat an 11-year-old arm wrestling yesterday. J2, he's like uh abnormally strong. He's a strong little dude. Uh he said you can be moving around but gone mentally. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. See, I've never been blacked out drunk. I've been tipsy. I've never blacked out though. I've been drunk before, but I've never been blacked out drunk. So I don't know how it feels to black out. Of course, I know people, like I said, who've had that. Like I said, when we went to the Pacquiao fight in Dallas, my wife said she blacked out. She don't remember what happened, but but like I said, she wasn't like I would have. I couldn't tell she blacked out. You know what I mean? Like I don't know at what point she blacked out because, like I said, we didn't do anything outside of what we normally do. And they took you kicking the keyboard. I mean the laptop. Stop kicking the laptop. All right? Can you dig it? So can you dig it? So yeah. So I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Like that could be a hard situation to judge for a man. That could be a hard situation to judge for a man because if this person was feeling you, if you was feeling this person and y'all was like all into each other before you got blackout drunk, then he probably don't know the difference. You know what I mean? And especially if you're not like throwing up and stuff like that. So yeah, so I thought that was bad. Like, man, y'all definitely shouldn't have okay, so you blacked out. So Reese and Candy, when y'all blacked out, what did the people around y'all tell y'all that happened? Or like what did they tell y'all about y'all behavior? What did they say about what did they say about how y'all was acting? Like was it different? Could they tell you was like, you know what I mean? Just if y'all could put that, tell me about what they said about y'all behavior when you was blacked out. You definitely wake up not knowing how you got home. Okay. So, wow. Oh, you was real messed up. Yeah. So that's different. Yeah, that's different, Candy Cane. J2, we're not finna do all this, man. You're not finna put no big, if you're gonna go lay on the couch.
But no.
No, you're not finna put no pillow on me and lay on me.
But
what?
I'm not gonna lay on
you. Yes, you is. You got your pillow and blanket, nigga. Like you. No, man.
you. No.
Go in the living room and lay down.
But I'm not.
All right, well, you ain't finna lay on me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Reese. Yeah, like I say, if you too, stand up, nigga. Stand up, just stand up right here. Yeah, if you were having seizures and like I said, you peed on yourself, like, yeah, that's different. I think that's like you can clearly see that. And if somebody is with you and they see you going through it like that, then no. It's like it's especially somebody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody you don't know. So that's not cool. But it just seemed like with that story, I was kind of perplexed. Like I kept hearing about people saying like she got SA'd, but then when I watched the documentary, it's like, well, I don't see how the dude like intentionally SA'd her because she was like, you know what I'm saying? She jumped in the hot tub. She was from the minute she was with the dude, even riding around on the moped, like they was real flirty and stuff like that. And then, you know, so anyway, I don't normally drink hard liquor,
Okay.
and that was a combo for the yeah. Okay. Um, and so that's another thing too. What I think was wrong is that they gave these models all these alcohol, and they didn't eat much. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have much to eat, so it's like that part of it is kind of like the show setting them up for disaster. Because if you know what I mean, these models don't eat much, and you got all the alcohol flowing, and letting these models drink all of this alcohol, knowing they don't eat much. Yeah, they gonna get drunk. Like yeah, they gonna get pissy, blacked out drunk. So that was wrong on the show's part. And the other thing is, as far as Tyra, let me see. Uh, yeah, I'm about to leave. I'm on my way, taking my son to the car. Oh, that's dope. That's dope, man. I hope you do well. I hope you do well, Tanjon. Man, you need more. We need more black boys playing lacrosse. Um, so the other thing is that Tyra kind of like,
Tyra.
you want to talk about it? What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about? Huh? What you want to talk about? Huh? You want me to take your heart? Let me take your heart. Take that heart. Oh no! Don't take my heart. Oh no! Ah. But now, so. But no, the other thing, as far as the show goes, is that Tyra, and I don't like calling this dude Miss J. I'm gonna say Mr. J and J Manuel. Everybody got like this good rapport of Mr. J. And I'm not saying that he may not be a good person or whatever, but he was complicit, and he was with like all the bullshit with the show. Like every time they showed him on the documentary, they didn't show him like defending the anything on principle or what was supposed to be right. Like it was almost like he was the most dangerous person because he was the best friend of these girls. Like he was the one that these girls could trust. And so it's like I didn't see him give no pushback on how these girls was being treated. And I could be wrong. Like I said, all I did was watch the documentary. I've never watched the episode of that show. I've only seen it in pieces, like seen different clips over the years, but I have never watched that show. I will never watch it. You know, so I have the least interest in models, fashion and models and all that type of stuff. The only reason why I can tolerate them dumbass shows, reality shows, my wife be watching the Housewives. You know what I'm saying? At least the women on there are interesting and funny, and they look good too. So that's not a bad thing. They're not hard on the eyes, but like models are not interesting. They're not funny. They don't look good. Yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't do it. Let's see. He did some shady stuff too. I grew up watching the show. I loved it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Mr. J was like so he's got this great rapport with the women, have a great rapport with him, and they saying how great he was. But like honestly, all I seen was him just softening the blows, like getting them to like go along with the bullshit in a much like making them comfortable with going along with the bullshit. And so when the other dude, Jay Manuel, he was like, oh, at a certain season he started to feel bad because he seen what it was. He seen what it was and he wanted to leave. I take people at their word. And, I believe that was the case. But the thing is, you didn't stop, bro. You didn't stop. You stayed there until you got fired. And you was like, oh, well, they sent me an email and they didn't say I was gonna get blackballed. But J2, kick the laptop. Don't do that, okay?
I did.
Who kicked it then?
It wasn't me.
J2, all right, go. You got to take accountability, buddy. You kicked the laptop, okay? No. You kicked the laptop. It's okay. Just say my bad.
My bad.
Okay, don't do that. If you do something, you own up to it. You know that, okay? It's okay. Don't mean you're in trouble. Just means take accountability. You kick the laptop. Just say my bad. All right, you good? But so stop the cap. You men love these new reality shows. Me and my religiously. No, I don't love that shit. I think, oh man, yes and no, yes and no. Because I don't. I would never watch it like without her. You know what I'm saying? I've never watched it without her like that. Um, but when she watching it, you know, it's always gonna be something interesting to like pull your attention or like to conversate about. You know what I'm saying? And you start, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get into. But no, that should be annoying. I don't like none of them shows, man. I don't like none of them shows. Um, but yeah, like I say, at least they are funny. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about them too is that it's more like it seemed like those women kind of have a little bit more autonomy than in like the not just a little bit more, like more autonomy than like the model shows. Like I hate seeing that about reality shows where it's like basically, like I said, like that shit just be the Hunger Games. Anytime you put a prize up for people to win, it's just basically how far will broke people go to get a check? Like that's what they can title every reality show where there's a prize involved. You know what I'm saying? How can we embarrass broke people for a check? So yeah, I mean, I'll never watch America's Next Top Models. I don't like just seeing. I don't like seeing bodies like that, and y'all can call it body shaming. I'm not, I'm not gonna go the politically correct route when talking about this shit. If I'm gonna say anything online, going forward, if I've ever been politically correct, uh, I'm not doing it anymore. So, you know what I'm saying? You can call it body shaming if you want, but I don't want to see a bunch of skinny young. They're young too. That's another thing. Like it's a bunch of skinny, like these 21 years old and all this shit. Like I don't want to see a bunch of skinny girls running around in they draws. Like no, it's not for me. It's not for me. And I don't want to. That's not. If there was like some sort of J2, what are you doing? Didn't mommy say go eat? You don't want to eat?
Yeah.
Well, go eat. Go eat your food. We'll play with the chainsaw later. We'll go in the yard and cut off some branches with the chainsaw. Okay? Um, yeah, I got a new chainsaw. I got I got a new chainsaw, so I'm gonna let him cut the bushes with the chainsaw later. I got to start posting the videos. I be having J2, me and J2, we be building stuff. I get all every time I run across some wood, I get some wood, I bring it to the house, and you know what I'm saying. We like to build stuff, and I be teaching them how to use tools. Uh, I be teaching them how to use tools. Yeah, yes, Reese, we playing with the chainsaw. Like it's not even. I'm not even joking. Like that's the funny part about it. Like I might record a video, a little short clip. But yeah, we got all kind of tools we play with. I just got a nail gun, so we getting ready to use the nail gun. We're gonna use the chainsaw. So yeah, but anyway, um, I want to teach them how to build, teach them how to be a good handyman, mechanically inclined and all that shit. But no, like I hate the model industry. Most of them clothes be ugly that they be wearing on the runways. It's not some shit that you would ever wear, like that I would ever wear in real life. I hate the modeling industry. I hate everything about it. It's nothing that I like about it. So I will never watch that show, America's Next Top Model. I don't care who watches it. You know what I'm saying? Like if wifey watching it, that's when we not gonna be spending quality time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching no America's Next Top Model. So, but anyway, so when it comes to Jay Emanuel, where he was like, "Oh, I I started to see that what it was, and I had quit the show." Like, nigga, you did it though. You didn't quit. You got fired, and then tried to like play the victim when they got rid of y'all. But you was willing to do everything they was asking of you to do. and you started losing power because when they called Tyra up and was like, hey, nobody's spot is safe, and when they put you, they like you basically wasn't a producer no more, uh, doing any producing or editing or anything like that. Um, they just gave you the role of they just gave you the role of like on-screen talent. You were salty about that, but you were still doing it. You knew that they was using these girls, like using terrible photos of certain women to get them eliminated because of the narrative they wanted to paint, and you went with it. This show was racist as hell. Like the way they did those black girls was disgusting. And like Tyra Banks deserved and like I said, not just Tyra Banks though. Tyra Banks and those producers deserve to be held accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? They deserve to be held accountable for that because man, they did them black girls dirty. And then it's like with the girl with the gap in her teeth, and she gonna basically tell the girl, look, if you don't get the gap fixed, you gonna have to go home. And then eliminate. Wait, did they eliminate? And you know what I'm saying? If you don't get the gap fixed, then you got to go home. And then tell the white girl a few seasons later, oh, nah, we're going to widen your gap. It's going to be your signature. I'm like, Tyra, man, get the fuck up out of here, Tyra. Take your ass on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say my mom never liked Tyra. She called her a narcissist before. Right, right, right. Tyra was out of line. But see, like I said, I think the thing I think about Tyra is that, like, even when she came in, like the way she kind of introduced Mr. J and Jay Emanuel as like the co-host, as if like they was like friends and it wasn't just business. And they tried to present it like Tyra Banks betrayed them as friends. And I'm and looking at the whole picture, maybe, but at the same time, she brought y'all on because she thought y'all would be the best fit for the show. And sometimes, like in the work field, you do build friendships and you do build camaraderie, but at the end of the day, it's still about business. And I'm not saying that Tyra Banks was right, but I'm not saying that she was right, that she shouldn't have been a better friend if they really were friends. But sometimes I think some people use the word friend in the wrong instances. Like they don't realize that you're not friends with this person, that we just work together. And so in your mind, oh yeah, we cool. You know what I'm saying? We started this shit together, and we got the show going, and you know, we laugh, we joke outside of work, but that's still in the context of y'all doing this show. And so as soon as you sent her that email saying that you didn't want to work there no more, and she sent you back 2 words, I'm disappointed, and never talk to you again. And it seemed like you were still confused, like, hey, this nigga was like, it was like, hey, maybe we'll be friends again. And you know, I just want to open up the nigga. Y'all was never friends. Like if that didn't tell you that y'all were never friends, then like I said, clearly you have a delusional view of friendship. Your friend wouldn't send you back a 2-word email. Who the hell emailed 2 words? it took her more time to log in than it did to tell you fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like those are 2 words she really sent. The email said I'm disappointed, but it really said fuck you. So that's like, and he was still like, oh, I don't, you know, I don't know what we'll have to do to get our I don't know what we'll have to do to get our friendship back. Like, man, come on, man. My nigga, read the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Remember, Tyra also said she was bullied by Naomi Campbell. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, but at the same time, like, the business is cutthroat, and she knew it. And you know, a lot of people are just not nice. A lot of people are just not nice. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Huh? 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 Yeah, come harder. Harder. There you go. Harder. There you go. There you go. Good job. But yeah, like yeah, I believe it because that's just how people are. But you know, it's on you to not let people bully you as well. You know what I mean? Like if the difficulty in that is if somebody is in a position to be able to stop you from getting somewhere, then yeah, it's a little bit harder to stand up for yourself, but you still should. At the end of the day, um, one thing, hey, stop, they too. One thing that people have to learn is that in those situations, it's best to stand up for yourself. It's always best to stand up for yourself. Like I've seen a couple dudes like talk about working with Diddy, with Puffy, and a dude named Stat Quo, who was a rapper back in the days. He was with Shady, but now he's been like, hey J2, don't take that chair out of here. Stop that. Don't take that chair out of here. Put the chair back over here. Don't do that. Stop it. It's not a toy. You got toys to play with. Remember? Okay, we don't play with things that are not toys. All right? Okay? He was saying like he worked with Puffy and he had a great working relationship with Puffy because the first time they worked together, he told him, hey man, listen, I know how you get down. I'm not with the bullshit. If you want me to write songs for you, I will write songs for you. You're gonna pay me. You're gonna pay me up front for writing for you. And that's how we're gonna do it. If we're not doing it like that, then we're not doing it like that. He said Puffy always paid him and never tried him. Not like that other nigga who said he woke up sore sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what you mean you woke up sore next to Diddy sometimes? That shouldn't have happened but one time, and you should have got Diddy. So, like, you know, even when it comes to bullying like that, you should always stand up for yourself. It always works out best. But let's see, not even a text, damn. Oh, you still haven't. You gotta watch the documentary. J2, stop playing the piano right now. Stop playing the piano right now. Yeah. So you gotta watch it though, Reese. And so with that said, I ain't gonna even just put everything, but those are my short thoughts. Like, I didn't want to make this video long. I just really got on here to test this new laptop and see if the sound was good. And I need, matter of fact, while y'all up, if Tiff or Candy Cane, if y'all in here, if y'all can help me out real quick, I just need y'all to go live and see if I can get on StreamYard because I got a debate tonight and I got to use this laptop and I'm trying to see how it works. So if one of y'all could just go live for like 2 minutes after I get off, just to see if I can log onto the StreamYard and how it goes and if I can. That's all. Well, see, I can share screen too, right there. Okay. There. Yeah. So I need to. You want more content? I know you're hungry, bro. Go eat. How you know hungry? Because I keep spitting and my lips dry right now. Oh, I am hungry. I ain't ate yet. I've been up like studying for my debate. And J2, if you fall and hit your head and you start crying, I'm gonna be very upset with you because you're doing something right now that can hurt you. Now, if you fall down and you hurt yourself, don't cry. Okay? All right. You can stop doing it, but if you fall down and you hurt yourself, don't start crying. But you should really stop doing it. What do you want to do? That's a good decision. Yeah, y'all can get more content. Tell me like some stuff y'all want me to talk about. I don't really want to be a content creator because this is not easy for me. I know I can talk a lot sometimes, but even when I talk, I'm kind of like a little bit too to the point, and then it's just a lot of stuff that I kind of like see in passing. So for me to like do this, I would have to like start diving into content and situations, like diving into stuff and going down rabbit holes, doing studying on it. And so that's the commitment is that if I do talk about J2, I'm telling you, if you fall and you start crying, we're gonna have a problem. All right? Didn't you just decide you was gonna not do it? Okay, well don't do it. All right. Um, okay, what you laughing at, Candy Cane? But yeah. When I jump off here, Candy Cane, go live for a minute and see if so I can see how to work this thing. Pause. I don't know if it you gotta pause that. But uh yeah, that's it, man. Like I say, I don't see why they putting the blame on Tyra, putting all the blame on Tyra. She is wrong. She was 100% with the bullshit. Um, oh, okay. um, she was 100% with the bullshit. I don't think she was in those board meetings and stuff or the production meetings, and they brought up some bullshit like race swapping and drug addict shooting as drug addicts, and when they shot the scene knowing that the girl mama had got shot, and then they made her do a photo shoot about being a shooting victim, and they was trying to get all of this emotion out of her. I don't think Tyra ever for a second was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that. No, I think she was like, oh, that would be great. That would be great TV. So
that would be great TV.
But they all was in those meetings. Now I haven't seen one person talking about Ken Mock, the Asian dude that was the producer. And like I haven't seen nobody talk about Mr. J or J Emanuel. It's just all Tyra. And like I said, Tyra's wrong. And that's the one more thing. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get up out of here. That's the one thing I wanted to say too about Tyra Banks. We were all rooting for you. I was rooting for you. I had never seen the context of that because again, I had never watched that show. And I'd never seen the context of why she was saying that to that girl and what happened.
Yeah.
Just talk normal.
Yeah.
No, just talk. You want to have a conversation? Say something. Say hi.
Hi.
Say how y'all doing?
How you doing?
Say I'm all right.
I alright.
All right. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. He still gotta do some more speech therapy. He still pronounce words kind of funny. Like green, he say boing. Say green.
Boing.
Boing. say car. Tar. say car. Tar. Anyway, yeah, he still gotta work on his speech. You know what I'm saying? But no, so I never saw the context of that conversation. And man, Tyra was completely out of line. Like, I don't even know how, like, for y'all that watched that, why did y'all think that was funny? What did y'all think about that? Reese, Candy Cane, if y'all watched the show,
Candy Cane.
Yeah, her name is Candy Cane Lane, J2. You remember Jason's, did you ever see Jason's lyric? No, you never saw Jason's lyric.
Yeah.
Candy Cane was in she was in a movie called Jason's Lyric, where all she wanted to do was go on a Greyhound bus trip. If you could just literally take her anywhere on a Greyhound and she'd be ready to get married. So that's Candy Cane. I'm gonna show you her later when the dude walked up and said, my mama worked at French's and I sell TVs. I ain't no gangster. I'm gonna show you Candy Cane later. But yeah, so I didn't think the show was funny. I'm talking about that part though, Candy Cane, when he'll get there. There's 40 O's and it's like he speaks well. That boy said his favorite color, boing.
My favorite color, boing.
Well, no, so no, what did you think about that though, Candy Cane, when that scene happened? Because like I said, that was my first time seeing the full scene in the backdrop of it. And the girl, man, Tyra was completely out of line for that. And I don't know how she wasn't seen as a monster after that. Like she just gaslit that girl and basically tried to make her out to be like they production wise in the show, they made her out to be like the bad attitude black girl that um is just self-sabotaging when like they set it up to embarrass these girls by having them read this stuff. Like I said, again, a part of the narrative of a reality show is to embarrass broke people to show that they'll do anything for money. You put all these like words that none of these girls are reading. It's just supposed to be, oh, that's funny. Like the girls can't read. Oh, it's so funny. And she was like, no, I can't read this shit. I'm not doing it. I can't read it. And they took that as you refusing to do what we want y'all to do. You refusing to embarrass yourself. Oh, you gotta go. And because you refusing to embarrass yourself, you let me down. You know what I'm saying? I thought you wanted to make it, and I was like, Tyra was out of line for that. That was I think gaslighting, the word is overused at times, but that was one of the times where that was gaslighting on steroids. No, see, mind chaos. I think that's you, Tiff. Is that you? Mind chaos, bro. Is that you? You have to be able to read if you want to branch out in the modeling though. But it was I don't know about that. First of all, hey, J2, you knock that down, we're gonna fight. You want to fight? All right. Stop moving the light. Don't move it no more. Yeah, okay, it's raw.
Wow.
It's raw.
Wow.
Now the raw J2. Now raw, that's Tiffy Braxton. That's 7 whole days. You know what I'm saying? Tony Braxton was talking about leaving this dude because like he ain't called her in 7 whole days. Like acting like 7 whole days. The dude didn't call Tiffy Braxton.
Wait, what?
Tiffy Braxton, and she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving you because you ain't called me in 7 whole days," as if the nigga ain't already left you. If you ain't heard from the nigga in 7 whole days, he left you. You know what I'm saying? You sound like Jay Manuel on the show talking about. Oh, my bad, that's not Tim. Who is that? Who is Raw? Oh, Raw B. Okay, I got you. my bad, Raw B. I thought they meant Tip. Okay, Raw B. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you have to be able to read if you want to branch out in modeling though. Yeah, to a certain extent, Raw B, but not to the like you're not gonna go on to any real modeling set. You're not gonna go on to any real modeling set where they gonna present all of these words to you right on the fly and give you no time to like study these words or whatever, because and whatever, because that's gonna take up production costs. If you sitting up there, if they got you in your makeup, they got you in your outfit, and you ready to go, and you supposed to be reading the teleprompter for a commercial, and they never showed you these words before. This your first time reading, and they don't put you in makeup, and they recording, and this is for the commercial for final edit or whatever. You're gonna cost these people a lot of money, so they're not gonna set up no real models in these situations. And that's what I said. It goes back to the point of these reality shows is to embarrass people. It's not to make you a top model. It's to make fun of you. It's to make fun of you and create a narrative to where we'll have, of course, like we'll have a winner, and that winner we can sell that narrative of rags to riches Cinderella story. But that's not. Watch out, D2. Go close the door. Go close the door. That's not the purpose of the show. So, hey, stop screaming, man. Stop that. I need you to chill, okay? I know you're excited. You're on camera. We got 400,000 people watching. We got 4 people watching. So, we big right now. We got 4 people. 4 people. 4 cool people though. I love them. But yeah. So no, that wasn't right. That goes back to like Puffy making them people go walk miles in the cold for cheesecake. You're not gonna be in a real situation in business where your career depends on you walking miles to get cheesecake for somebody. That's not a realistic scenario. No artist that a label takes seriously is gonna say, "Hey, uh, walk 12 miles to Brooklyn in the freezing cold to get me a cheesecake." No label who has a talent that they serious about is gonna ask that of them. So you're not gonna go into any situation as a model as a model, and they say, "Hey, we got these German, French, Italian words you've probably never heard of. Read them off a teleprompter. We recording this for the commercial. Go." Never. That's not gonna happen. That too. I'm recording, boss. All right. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Like Glorilla say, let her cook. Let her cook. That's what Glorilla say, but her sister brother say she ain't cooking as far as helping her family out. But that's a whole nother story. What you think they should have done about the cheesecake? Did you see that part? They came together and said they wasn't gonna do it. Then ended up going. They shouldn't have went. They shouldn't have went. You see, my wife like to do this funny thing. Stop. Chill, all right? Okay? You gotta either be quiet or you gotta go in there. Okay? I know you're excited, but you gotta chill, okay? It's cool. Just chill. My wife like to do this thing, like she always asking me what would I do, but she already know the answer because I've done it in those situations. If Diddy would have been like, y'all walk however many miles to Brooklyn to go get some cheesecake, I would have cussed Diddy out. They would have kicked me off the show. It's just that simple. I'm not doing that. If you believe in yourself and you that talented, you don't have to do things like that. I'm not saying you don't have to put up with some BS in different situations. On the job, like, yeah, there's a balance where you got to know, like, all right, I gotta kind of deal with this. Like, you can have an attitude with me that I wouldn't normally accept outside of the workplace. If you wasn't my supervisor or manager and you talking to me like that, what I'm saying, I would like, I would get back with you, but like, you're not being too egregious. You like saying, "Hey man, I don't like da da da." It's like, all right, okay, you got that. But you're not gonna be like calling me out of my name and like, oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not walking to go get no cheesecake, bro. Like the fact that you even asking me to do that is insulting. So we got a problem right there with the fact that you asked. So not only am I not doing it, but nigga, check yourself for asking me to do it. And if more people did that, I think we'd be farther in in those scenarios. And like I said, once again, that was the purpose of that show, to embarrass broke people, to embarrass people because and I'm not even making fun of people for being broke. That's the state of the world. Like most people, there are way more poor people than people who have means, who have resources. And so like the reality TV space is the Hunger Games. Anytime you're offering a prize for people to do some shit that they don't want to do, that's the Hunger Game. So, when they was asking her to read only to embarrass her like they embarrassed the rest of the models, and she's supposed to go along with it. The reason why Tyra reacted like that is, I believe, number one, she wanted to show out in front of them white folks and let them know, like, hey, that's a bad nigga. I'm a good nigga. I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? I will let y'all embarrass me, but look at this bad nigga. You better let these white folks embarrass you, girl. You're not finna sit up here and stand up for yourself in front of these white folks like this and make them think that's acceptable. And then, and then the other thing, like, yeah, Tyra is a monster. Like, don't get it twisted. Tyra is a monster. Like, she's not the only monster though. Like when that girl was dancing in South Africa and that nappy headed nigga. That nigga had, like, it's one, like, I know niggas got nappy hair. I know my shit. I'm a nappy headed nigga, but that was a nappy headed nigga. It's one thing when your shit is like beat it up like that to where it looked like your hair is like having a standoff with each other. Like what you got like some hair in a pocket like this, and it's looking at the other hair over here, like, bitch, what's happening? Like, what's up, nigga? If you cross that line, nigga, you mine. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga hair was nappy in a month. It was knotted up. That was beyond like regular niggas, you know, black folks. We yes, nappy headed Negroes, yes. But that nigga hair was beyond that. And they letting this man touch all on this girl and then selected the photo where he was grabbing her. And then Tyra gonna be like, hey, no, you gotta just, you know, say in a clever way, don't touch me. No, like I would have been like, no, bitch, I don't gotta say in no clever way, don't touch me. I'm gonna say, get your hands off me. In a non-clever way. In a I'm upset and a don't violate me kind of way. And y'all should have stood by her. And Tyra Banks did not stand by. And she, you know, later on, it was a different time. No, you was just always with the fuckery, Tyra. You was like at that time. I don't know what was going on in your life as far as money and modeling and stuff like that, but you wanted to progress your career. You had an idea to do it. And wasn't nothing gonna stop you from being able to proceed with that idea. And I think you knew from the get-go that this wasn't about being a great model. This wasn't about preparing them for the industry. That this was about content. And that content is let's create drama. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna get up out of here. I agree. They should have stuck together and said no, especially since it wasn't no GPS. Well, it ain't even about sticking together, Reese. It ain't even about sticking together because I wouldn't have asked none of them other niggas what they felt about going to get some cheesecake. I wouldn't have cared what they thought on it was. I just would have said no. Like, I don't care what you other niggas do. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they tried to talk to me about it, I'd have probably called them clowns and all kind of stuff at that point. But like, I wouldn't even address them. I wouldn't even say nothing to them. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm not doing it. But yeah, I got a debate with Taz. It's on should we abolish the hood? And I'm saying yes. We should abolish the hood, and abolish the hood in terms of eliminating the detrimental circumstances that create the hood. It's on Psychopathist channel. It's at I want to say 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock. So yeah, we'll be over there. Do I need to? I naturally talk loud, and I'm trying to work on that. My voice really carries. So am I really loud? And like I said, I just did it. I put a title on here. I really didn't want to talk about much, but I put a title on here so somebody can show up. And I put just testing, and I asked the question. So I'm not too loud. All right, bet. Do I need to talk lower though? Do I need to lower my energy? And would that be more appealing? Because I don't want y'all to have a bad listening experience. So do I need to talk more like this, or do I need to be more da 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 da? Should I, like, you know what I'm saying? Just try to keep my tone more, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of like be, you know, I'm a naturally passionate person. So that's funny because people be thinking I'd be upset. And most of the time I don't be upset. I'm just passionate. Like I can talk about anything with the same passion. You know what I mean? But and I'm not upset. I got my voice is loud and it carries. And I talk with a lot of passion sometimes, but I don't want to make it a bad listening experience if I'm gonna be doing content. So y'all can let me know. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all for showing up. The debate is should we abolish the hood? I say we should. We should abolish the hood, and by man, I got to get my technical stuff together for this debate. I'm not a technical guy. I'm a blue collar guy. You know what I mean? Like I got an Android. I'm an Android phone user who only uses the phone for the simple shit. Psychopathist. Psychopath. Candy Cane, do me a favor. Go to Psychopath's page, and he has the debate posted and posted on your page. So Reese and anybody else who want to show up to the debate can get it. Um, I got to figure out. Like I said, I still need to. I have what I need for my slides, but I need to make my slides. If I don't get that done right, that may cost me the debate. I don't think he'll beat me as far as I don't think he'll win as far as like information that I'll be bringing, as far as my argument. I don't think he'll win at all when it comes to that. But if I don't have my shit together as far as technically and make it look presentable, he might be able to. I might lose points for that. So if he puts up a great argument and he doesn't lose points for his argument, and the way they judge, he might end up winning if I don't have a great presentation as far as my slides go. So I'm just trying to get that together, get the technical point. But as far as my argument, I think I'm solid on that. I don't think he would be able. I don't think he'll present a better argument to me. Um, yeah, psychopathies. That ain't how you spell it, Reese. So yeah, that's not how you spell it. I won 6 spelling bees. Obviously, you didn't. So yeah, that's not how you spell psychopathies, Reese. Try again. Try again next time. You failed, and it's okay. Tyra failed. Mr. J failed. Ken Mock failed. J. Emanuel failed. America's Next Top Model failed those girls, and Tyra shouldn't be the only one that gets the heat for it. And I hate that they do that to black women a lot of times when it could be clear like other people involved, but the black woman has to bear the brunt of everything, even though she's terrible. Don't get it twisted. Tyra is terrible, and she deserves to be held. She deserved to be held accountable, but she doesn't. She shouldn't be the only one to be held accountable. I'm a great speller. Psychopathies was a word. I would have had it. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna start doing. That's what we're gonna Candy Cane, line it up. Let's have a spelling bee. I won my first spelling bee in the second grade. My first spelling bee in the second grade. The word I used, the word that I won with was treasure. The word treasure. It was me and this little white girl, and the whole class had to stand up, and they put us all in front of the class, and they give you a word. It was me and her left, and she couldn't spell treasure, and I spelled it. So Reese, if any one of y'all want that smoke, Candy Cane, line it up. That's what we need to do, because y'all be sitting up there debating these niggas about relationships. Well, y'all need to be giving these niggas spelling bees. Give these niggas Candy Cane. Listen, I be seeing your lives, even if I don't comment sometimes. Like I'll be watching it. I'll be seeing Auntie and Big J, and you know what I'm saying, and these niggas all up in there, and you know what I'm saying, and philosophizing and talking about relationship. Candy Cane, give these niggas a spelling bee. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do going forward. We need to have a spelling bee so we can really see like what level these niggas is on. We can start with like 3-word letters. Start with words like can. Can you spell can? And if a nigga say K-A-N with confidence, he shouldn't be able to come back to your panel. He shouldn't be able to talk about relationships no more. Okay? So set it up. I want Reese in there too. You understand me? Reese talk about if psychopathies was a real word. You can't even make up a word and spell it right. That's a bar. You can't even make up a word and spell it right. You made up the word. You made up the word and spelled it wrong, Reese. Let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here before I really get to going on y'all. Reese sat up here and made up a word and spelled it wrong. Talking about I'm is a good speller. Sounded like Viola Davis on the hill. I'm is a good speller. is a spell real good. Girl, if you don't I miss here a bunch of spelling bees. I miss can spell my name without even looking at it. Yeah, I know you can. I know you can. And don't set it up, Candy Cane. Set it up, lyric. Set it up, lyric. I don't ride with no gangsters. Yeah, that's what Candy Cane. Candy Cane real name is Lyric J2. And she came down to Houston. She came down to Houston on the Greyhound, and she met one of them Fifth Ward boys that pulled up on her while she was walking home. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, I'm up out of here, man. Put it together, Candy Cane. Let's see. Spelling bee. Reese talking about first word Frenchies. I know my mama worked at Frenchies. I said I all my life I wake up and have nightmares that I'm gonna grow into a chicken. Yeah, that's let me get out of here, man.